Are you looking for the best blenders for smoothies? In this video we will look at some of the best blenders for smoothies on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Vitamix 5200. The Vitamix 5200 is the best blender for smoothies we've tested. This sturdy, premium blender might be overkill if you want a blender for simple smoothies, but it's worth considering if you want the smoothest blends. It does a fantastic job of blending fibrous fruits and veggies in its 64-ounce jar, whether you fill it to capacity or blend smaller amounts for a single serve. If you want a smaller jar for single-serve smoothies, you can purchase a personal-sized blending jar separately from Vitamix, although that is an added expense. It's very well built and has a long 7-year warranty, depending on where you buy it. The controls are simple, consisting of a speed dial and a switch for pulsing. That's all you need for any recipe, but it means you stop the blender manually when it's done, so you may find it less convenient than a blender with automatic blending programs. If you want blending programs, some other full-size models from Vitamix, like the Vitamix A3500, are strong choices. As part of Vitamix's Ascent series, it's a more expensive option, but it's packed with extra features, including 5 blending programs and a companion app that you can use to access more. The pricier A3500 is much quieter, and its jar is also dishwasher safe, unlike the 5200s. If you don't mind spending more on additional jars, you can purchase a smaller pitcher or personal jars for single serves. Create every course of your home-cooked meal, from fresh smoothies to creamy desserts, in minutes. The Vitamix 5200 is the universal tool for family meals and entertaining. Variable speed control, 10 speeds you can easily adjust to achieve a variety of textures. The dial can be rotated at any point during the blend, so you're in complete control. 64-ounce container. The size and shape of the 64-ounce container is ideal for blending small to large batches. Hot soup. The blades in the Vitamix container reach speeds fast enough to create friction heat, bringing cold ingredients to steaming hot in about 6 minutes. Number 2. KitchenAid K400. The KitchenAid K400 is a cheaper option with a comparable performance when it comes to blending fibrous elements like leafy greens and fruits. It's not as well built as the Vitamix 5200 and has a much shorter, 1-year warranty, again, depending on where you buy it. Still, it blends fruit and vegetables into a smooth puree, whether you're blending small volumes for single serves or using the jar's full 56-ounce capacity for multiple servings. Like the Vitamix, it only comes with its main jar, but KitchenAid also sells personal jars for single-serve smoothies separately. Its controls also include a few blending programs, so you can have the blender stop automatically when it's done. It's more challenging to clean by hand than the Vitamix since it can be difficult to reach under the blades. However, that's most noticeable with sticky ingredients, and it's less of an issue if you're mostly making liquidy recipes like smoothies. Similarly, it doesn't include a tamper and isn't easy to use for thicker mixtures like hummus or nut butter. Again, that's fine if you only use your blender for smoothies, but if you care about overall versatility, it's worth keeping in mind. Number 3. Oster Pro 1200. The Oster Pro 1200 is the best budget blender for smoothies we've tested. As you might expect from a cheaper machine, it's not as well built as the other blenders recommended here. Its 48-ounce main jar is also one of the smallest, and you might find it limiting if you usually blend multiple servings at once. That said, it comes with a 24-ounce jar and to-go lid, so you don't need to spend extra if you want a personal blending jar that doubles as a travel cup. When it comes to making smoothies, it doesn't quite match the nearly perfectly smooth texture you get with all of the previous picks, but it'll still do a fantastic job with most recipes. It easily crushes ice, but the manufacturer says not to add more than 6 ice cubes at once, while most full-size blenders can handle twice that. You can remove the blade assembly from the main jar, making it easy to clean by hand. However, it only comes with 1 blade assembly instead of 1 for each jar, so you need to disassemble and reassemble it when you switch jars. Some parts of the blender feel flimsy and not very sturdy, but you can get it with a 3-year US warranty, depending on where you buy it, which is long for a blender. If you'd like to see more inexpensive blenders, you might find what you're looking for on our list of the best budget blenders. Number 4. Black Plus Decker Quiet Blender with Cyclone Glass Jar. If you want to spend as little as possible on a good smoothie blender, consider the Black Plus Decker Quiet Blender with Cyclone Glass Jar. This inexpensive blender is available for well under $100. It shares some of the same flaws as the budget-friendly Oster Pro 1200. For example, some of its components feel flimsy, and it can't handle tough jobs like ice crushing as well as the previous picks. However, it has some of the same features. It comes with a 48-ounce glass main jar and a 24 ounces personal jar, and using either one makes a mostly smooth blend with fibrous fruits and vegetables. It's also easy to clean since the blades are removable from the jar. It's also significantly quieter than the Oster. However, even if you work with a small batch of about 6 ice cubes, it struggles to create uniform crushed ice. While it does an excellent job of processing big batches of fibrous ingredients, the Oster makes a smoother blend in its main jar. That said, adding ice as part of a smoothie recipe isn't an issue, and it can still do a very good job with most kinds of smoothies. Number 5. Hamilton Beach Professional Quiet Blender. If you want a quiet blender and to avoid the pitfalls of cheaper models, consider the Hamilton Beach Professional Quiet Blender. Unlike the Black Plus Decker Quiet Blender with Cyclone Glass Jar, it's a sturdy, well-built blender. It also offers a better performance when blending common smoothie ingredients. It uses a plastic dome to muffle noise, and it's marginally quieter than the Black Plus Decker despite its more powerful motor. It makes a smoother blend with ingredients like leafy greens and ice and does a much better job of crushing ice, so it's more suitable for recipes like slushies or blended margaritas. However, it's not ideal for bigger batches since its main jar only has a 32-ounce capacity. You can use the noise dome as a serving pitcher but not for blending. This blender also isn't ideal for thicker recipes like smoothie bowls since the ingredients can get pushed to the corners of the jar, and you have to remove the noise dome to use the tamper. That said, it'll easily handle most smoothie recipes, and it's very easy to clean either in the dishwasher or by hand. If the noise level is a priority, you can also check out other options on our list of the best quiet blenders.